All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Wanderers Football Park for this round 16 NPL Women's New South Wales matchup. It's Paletti on the call here with you this afternoon as the sun starts to set over the precinct. The floodlights are just about to take full effect. They're already on and shining some light on this pitch, and that'll be all the light we have in about 15 minutes or so. Both the Western Sydney Wanderers and the Illawarra Stingrays are coming off heavy defeats. The Western Sydney Wanderers a 3-0 loss to Sydney Olympic last week, while the Illawarra Stingrays are coming off the back of a 4-0 loss to Mount Druitt in what was a top of the table matchup. I'll take you through the starting sides. First, for the home team, the Western Sydney Wanderers, in goals it's number 1, Amy Hall, and she's also the captain today. Number 5 is Chelsea Barton. Number 11 is Miriam Zamaya. Number 12 is Frida Carabaris. Number 13 is Charlotte Bradshaw. Number 14 is Alvina Kashaba. Number 18 is Ava DaCosta. Number 21 is Olivia Vanderlaan. Number 25 is Kush LaRue. Number 31 is Amelia Bennett. And number 33 is Amy Barker. Well, on the substitutes bench, number 2 is Lauren Nader. Number 16 is Annika Stajic. Number 19 is Talia Yunus. Number 20 is Jasmine Silva. Number 27 is Krista Oliver. And number 34 is, as I actually can't read my own handwriting, my sincerest apologies for that, is Talia Voskanian. For the visiting Illawarra Stingrays, in goals, it's number 1, Brianna Edwards. Number 3 is Alex McKenzie. Number 4 is Poppy Hooks. Number 8 is Siobhan Edwards. Number 10 is Alexia Carastal. Number 11 is Danica Matos. Number 12 is Annabella Keep. Number 15 is Caitlin Cooper. Number 18 is Sophia Christopherson. Number 20 is Ella Giles. Number 34 is Brooklyn Hudson, rounding out the starting sides. On the bench for the Stingrays, number 2, Tara Cannon. Number 13 is Kayla Austin. Number 14 is Sienna Saveska. Number 16 is Genevieve Nisbet. Number 17 is Adelaide Thompson. And reserve goalkeepers, number 31, Kiara Roche. Slowly making her way back from injury. She was the starting goalkeeper at the start of the year for the Illawarra Stingrays, with the return of Bree Edwards as well as an injury has kept her out of action in recent weeks. As we are underway here at Wanderers Football Park, it's the Illawarra Stingrays running from left to right in their two-tone pink jerseys with white trim, and the Western Sydney Wanderers in the traditional red and black home kit. There's Bree Edwards, sends it out here to the near side to Danica Matos, coming up against the side with which she plays her A-League Women's Football for. The Stingrays looking to move it here through Mackenzie. It's out to Caitlin Cooper, who is donning the captain's armband today, out to Siobhan Edwards, who's lying back just a little bit, allowing other players to go a little bit further forward. There's DaCosta, who goes back to Hall. Hall looking for a way to move it out, goes short to Chelsea Barton. We'll come back to Hall. They'll switch flanks and try to advance it down this near side through Alvina Kashaba. Almost has that taken away from her by Christopherson. Here's Mackenzie. She won't be able to keep that one in play, which will give the Wanderers a chance to get out of their own end. A number of players wearing gloves this evening. Not that cold yet. So I'm sure it is a preference thing. Kashaba, go back to DaCosta. It almost has that taken away from her. She will end up turning it over. Brooklyn Hudson doing a good job there to win the ball. Here's Matos. Looking for a way through. Tries to split the defense. Will lose possession. Stingrays will win the throw. Matos throws it in, finds the run of Ella Giles, and Barton will put that out for a corner. She was certainly trying to claim it as a goal kick. As the stands here at Wanderers Football Park start to fill up. The under 23s players, they've changed. They're starting to make their way into the stands as parents and players whose games are finishing up on other fields here at Wanderers Football Park. So should be a good atmosphere here this afternoon. And as Alexia Carastyle whips this corner in, low along the ground, will find a teammate at the near post. Comes back out to Carastyle, who whips it in, a little bit more of a traditional delivery this time from what you might have expected from the set piece, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Paul goes to Barton, trying to play out from the back. Well, now a throw in for the Stingrays. So throw comes in, it will be turned over there to Bennett. Barker goes back to Barton. Here's DaCosta. To Kashaba. Sends it down the line here, looking for Vanderlaan. We pass back to Bree Edwards by Alex McKenzie. Headed away by Miriam Zamaya. And Brooklyn Hudson is away. Brooklyn Hudson takes a shot on target. It's an easy one for Amy Hall to mop up. Siobhan Edwards was stalking there, ready to capitalise on any potential rebound. She would love to add to her 10 goals for the season, the only Stingray in double digits on the goal tally. Here's Matos. Vanderlaan plays that through in behind. Easy pick up there for Edwards. As Chris LaRue not able to get there first. A couple of the Stingrays defenders having their arms up to indicate they thought it might have been offside, but the assistant referee on the far side said nothing doing. And the Stingrays now looking to immediately go back the other way. Here's Carastyle, gets that through, finds Christopherson. Well, looks like she was going to find Christopherson. Danica Matos end up putting the cross in. Siobhan Edwards there trying to claim it again, but will be a goal kick this time.
Keep going, Stingrays.
Wanderers once again setting up to play out from the back. Couple of now Hall's going to direct everyone forward, or maybe not. Costa comes back and it's where they'll go. So chance to buy themselves a little bit of space there with the fake. You've got to be careful here not to turn it over with Carastyle stalking in the vicinity. And they do end up turning it over at the halfway line. Then intercept by the Stingrays. The club has really began. Actually, I'll come back to that thought. As the Stingrays here down the far side, going into the corner. Got Bradshaw there trying to win the ball. And it's going to be a goal kick. The Wanderers really starting to implement playing out from the back into their system and structure. A little bit of confusion here. Barton gets it to safety. Pass to Bennett. Sends it off to Amy Barker. With the arrival of Jeff Abrahams from Sydney Olympic, who originally came on as the technical director to head up the academy here after they were admitted into the competitions, into the Football New South Wales competitions, taking over from the Football New South Wales Institute. Cross coming in here. It's blocked by the Stingrays, and they'll have a chance to try and move it out. And Jeff Abrahams, of course, taking over as the coach for the senior side on the A-League Women competition after the mid-season departure of Robbie Hooker. And really is a feature up and down the Wanderers' pathways is the playing out from the back to mixed success for the side. There was a goal they did concede last week against Sydney Olympic. That was a direct result of having played out from the back as McKenzie goes back to Edwards here. Will shift over to the other side of the box, passing it around the back, trying to find a way out. Yeah, shoulder in the back, given away by Alexia Carastal. And so the Wanderers will get a free kick here in a slightly dangerous position. Looks like 2 in the wall from the angle I've got here. 3 in the wall for the Stingrays. There's a free kick. It is delivered in. It's on target. And it's gone in. It's gone over the top of Bree Edwards, and Alvina Kashaba has the opener here in the 10th minute. They'll all head all over to the corner to celebrate. And Alvina Kashaba strikes first for the Western Sydney Wanderers. In the 10th minute of play, it is the Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Illawarra Stingrays 0. I did say it was a slightly dangerous set piece. Turned out to be a little bit more than slightly dangerous for the Stingrays, with Shaba delivering beautifully there and sneaking it in off the underside of the crossbar, which sees Western Sydney Wanderers take a 1-0 lead. There's Matos. We'll go back to McKenzie, who's going to be fouled by Olivia Vanderlaan. Here's Siobhan Edwards, and she gets around her marker, so has to cut back into the path, trying to get away again, isn't able to. The Stingrays certainly don't want to be behind for too long in this one. Here's Vanderlaan. Lisa's a teammate down the right side who's able to cut in, and it'll be put out back to Vanderlaan, who's looking for a cross into the middle. It's gone past everyone. It'll fall to Miriam Zamaya. Here's Kashaba. It's a pass away. We'll go backwards to Amelia Bennett, who'll go backwards to Ava Costa. Shaba in a battle there with Christopherson. Back to Costa, back to Shaba. Here's Amy Barker with the run. Has to try and find a way around Alex McKenzie. Isn't able to. McKenzie is looking to play it easy and will win her side a throw. There's Brooklyn Hudson. Puts that over the head of Chaba. It'll run through to DaCosta, who goes backwards to Amy Hall. Oh, no nonsense clearance. Sends it long. Nice battle for the ball in the middle of the park. The Stingrays looking to build. It's a slip there by Ella Giles. But it's adjudged to have gone out there off the Wanderers. It will be Danica Matos to take the throw. Just being told to take a few steps backwards. Although she ends up just going to the spot she was going to throw it in from anyway. No complaints from the referee. Quick throw here. Christopherson looking to find the run of Matos. It's kind of semi-Falcons Millie Bennett. As Christopherson tries to win the ball. And they'll get another throw in, will the Stingrays. They're taking it quickly this time, looking for options. Matos. Well, that goes through Ella Giles almost like she was a hologram, like she just wasn't there. The Stingrays do keep the ball. McKenzie looking for Hudson, finds her, back to McKenzie. There's Hooks. Goes back to Bree Edwards. Find McKenzie. Across the face of goal to Hooks. Here's Carastal. Finds teammate out there on the far side. That was Annabella Cape. And, well, the Wanderers, the Stingrays defenders appealing for offside, but Vanderlaan stayed on in the eyes of the assistant referee. And it will be a goal kick. So getting out of danger there are the Stingrays, but definitely looked like a couple of them took half a step backwards or slowed down by half a step, anticipating the flag to go off for offside, and you just cannot be doing that. You have to play to the whistle and keep going. Getting themselves out of danger there. There's Edwards. Goes long. Giles heads it forward. Here's Barton. Back to Hall. Costa. Is out here onto the near side. Matos intercepts the pass. Goes short to Giles. Passes it to Poppy Hooks. To Alex McKenzie. Danica Matos trying to direct traffic here. McKenzie now goes long, looking for the run of Christopherson, who seems to be able to outspeed Alvina Kashaba, who had quite a head start. And it will be a goal kick for the Wanderers. Speed Christopherson not able to keep that one in play. There's Hooks. Here's Annabella Cape. Edwards goes out to McKenzie. Stingrays with patience, trying to find a way out of their own end. Don't want to risk turning it over. There's Hooks. Edwards. McKenzie. Wanderers keen to sit off. Carastal. That will go out there off of Miriam Zamaya. Wanderers just keen to sit back and almost wait for the ball to come to them. We've got a 1-0 lead and hopeful that maybe a mistake will arrive. Here's Barton. As Chris LaRue tries to run onto it, but Bree Edwards gets there first. As the sun is basically completely set here and the floodlights taking full effect here at Wanderers Football Park. Here's Siobhan Edwards. Go back to the throw in, to the person who threw the ball in, Annabella Keep, who'll win her side another throw. So she'll get a second opportunity here. Goes longer this time, looking for Brooklyn Hudson. Here's Miriam Zamaya. Well, put it out off her opposite number 11 there, and Danica Matos to win a throw. As Carastal keeps that one in play, intercepting the pass, and that's a beautiful ball which almost finds Brooklyn Hudson. Barton gets there first. Hall goes to DaCosta, who's looking for a way out. Has to go back to Amy Hall. Back to DaCosta. Carastal certainly putting in the miles tonight as she's jumping around from player to player. Danica Matos wins the ball by intercepting the pass. Hooks goes all the way back to Edwards. It's Kush LaRue. And Edwards just has to dispose of it with Kush LaRue closing in. Short throw. Barton. Out to Charlotte Bradshaw, who has to go chasing it, given the amount of Stingrays that were in the vicinity. It wasn't the worst option in the world. Here's Hall. Go short to Barton. He's not able to keep it in place. So the Stingrays, Siobhan Edwards slowly walking to the mark. She wanted to stand. If she had turned around, there might have been a quick throw in there to catch the Wanderers off guard, but weren't able to capitalise. Cooper forces Ava DaCosta to pass it backwards. Matos leaves it for McKenzie. We'll win the foul. Danica Matos to take it. McKenzie has to find a way around Olivia Vanderlaan. Looks like she's changed her boots in the last couple of weeks. The last time I got to Wanderers game, she had the highlighted yellow with the pink, and this time it's I'll come back to that thought as Edwards here snaps that one up. It looks like now her left boot looks more like a fairy flossy sort of colour with a predominantly pink right boot. So sometimes mid-season change on the boots to just keep everything nice and fresh. is Vanderlaan. Matos. Short to McKenzie. Christopherson. Oh. Turns the ball over. Barker. There's to Bennett. There's to Bradshaw. Gets a pass away. Carastal wins that away from Frida Carabaris. Here's Siobhan Edwards. We'll go backwards to Poppy Hooks. Hooks goes long and finds the run here of Caitlin Cooper. To Edwards. Siobhan Edwards, I should say. There are two of them on the pitch, even though one of them's at the other end. Keeps the ball in the attacking half. Siobhan Edwards. Will come out here to Matos. Goes across looking for Cooper. It's allowed to bounce. Siobhan Edwards gets it. Controls it. Spins. Turns. Straight into the arms of Amy Hall. And a quick roll out here to Costa. It's passed to Kashaba. On to Amelia Bennett. Tanika Matos winning the ball away from Miriam Zamaya before Bennett wins it back. Here's Barker. Out onto the far side for Kush LaRue. Has to find a way around Annabella Keep. Rue still with the ball. Vanderlaan takes a shot and is never looking like go. Goes long. Keep comes in to Cooper, who puts that one down the line, and Siobhan Edwards is going to get there. Yes, she will. She'll get the cross, and no, she hasn't gotten there in time. The referee says goal kick. It looked like Siobhan Edwards was going to get there, and by nearly she did. And Hall goes short to Barton. Parker. Is that here to Miriam Zamaya? Danica Matos gets the inside lane. Edwards, the no-nonsense boot out. Kashaba heads it backwards. And DaCosta will get there first. In fact, she's going to lose possession to Sophia Christopherson, who's being dragged back. The Stingrays players want a foul. The referee did look to play advantage. And Ava DaCosta will be the first player into the book in the 26th minute of play. And now the Stingrays have a chance to level with a free kick of their own, much like Alvina Kashaba did at the other end. Carastal just wiping a bit of dew off the ball. Carastal and Danica Matos both standing over it. 3-player wall for the Wanderers. Danica Matos is going to make herself an option. Tries to throw off the wall. Carastal. And it'll be out off the head of Stingrays player for a goal kick. Danica Matos going just a little bit too close to the wall there, I think. Just colliding with one of the Wanderers players there. As Amy Hall just asking for a new ball. No prizes for guessing what the Wanderers are going to try and do here. And the Stingrays players certainly seem well in tune with it. You've got Amy Hall. A couple of players starting to stay back, but no, Hall going long this time. Giles will head it forward. There's Siobhan Edwards. Finds Brooklyn Hudson. Has to try and get around Chelsea Barton. Isn't able to do so. So Barton going short here to finds Bennett. Vanderlaan. And coming away here is Miriam Zamaya. She has 6 goals for the season. Might be able to add to a tally there. We're cleared away by Hooks. Amelia Bennett. Cleared away by Danica Matos. Cooper. Yeah. There's Siobhan Edwards. Goes to Annabella Keep. Oh, sorry, went to Poppy Hooks, who switched places temporarily. A shot from distance by Olivia Vanderlaan. Hooks and Keep just temporarily swapping places on that left side of the back four. Vanderlaan shot well wide. Edwards lining up to go long. Giles gets ahead to it for Zamaya. Comes down here on the near side, looking for a cross into the middle. Cooper goes short to Hooks. Mackenzie. Christopherson. Shava to Costa. Barton. Looked to go to Bradshaw. Of course, LaRue's going to get there first. Now it's with Bradshaw. Bennett. To Chelsea Barton. We'll receive the pass back from Amy Hall. And this time the flag goes up against Gush LaRue. For offside. Into the 31st minute of play. The Sydney Wanderers the 1-0 lead after Amina Kashava delivered a free kick off the underside of the crossbar to get over Bree Edwards in the 10th minute of play. Where the Stingrays fight back here through Caitlin Cooper, who gets the cross in, and as a corner, Amy Hall just slightly misjudging that. Oh, it's nice having a Vedran Janjetovic moment. Well, certainly not quite as disastrous yet. They concede here. Right, from the set piece, that would go down as a Vedran Janjetovic moment. Here's Karastal. Delivers the corner in. It's curling. It's going to be headed out for a corner on the other side. So Karastal will jog her way across as a set piece take up for the Illawarra Stingrays. Interestingly enough, the Stingrays all going to the edge of the 18-yard box this time, with the right footer perhaps delivering a in-swinging corner, although Brooklyn Hudson certainly providing a short option. A couple of players running in now. It's out of the way, appeals for handball against Olivia Vanderlaan. Referee says no, as Avina Kashaba clears it. Mackenzie goes back to Annabella Keep. Who'll under pressure, a little bit of pressure there from Amy Barker. Will go all the way back to Bree Edwards. Edwards going long. Caristale heading it through. Danica Matos looking to run onto it. David Acosta is there first. As Wanderers, and a little bit of a slip there on the grass here. Sees Frida Caraveras' pass not meet Miriam Zamaya. There's Matos. Caristale was calling for the ball, and going to go over the head of everyone, or all of our teammates at least, and force Kashaba to head it out of play. As Matos throw it in again. Giles looking to run onto it. Gets it out to Christopherson. Christopherson crossing it in. Barton. Bennett. As Brooklyn Hudson slips. Still manages to get the ball. Giles both. Everyone's starting to slip at the moment here on the dewy surface here at Wanderers Football Park. There's Kush LaRue. Gets a pass back to Bradshaw, who finds Barton. Well, people seem to have thought that the ball went out of play, and now it's gone out of play. Everyone just kind of stopped playing there for a moment. As the throw comes in. It's going to be the Stingrays to get the throw this time. And just under 10 minutes plus stoppages to go in the first 45. Siobhan Edwards finds Hudson, who has to try and do a song and dance to get around Chelsea Barton. Isn't able to do so. Amelia Bennett goes out to Charlotte Bradshaw. Cooper into Siobhan Edwards. Siobhan Edwards gets around the mark, goes down, and the referee says no penalty. The referee says no penalty, and it will be a goal kick at this stage, although she is going over to the assistant here on the near side to have a look. That certainly looked like it should have been a penalty to me, but the referee, and it is going to be awarded the penalty for the Stingrays. Took the long way around to get there, but Siobhan Edwards winning her side a penalty, and she will be the one to step up and take it. Go to legs 11 for the season in terms of goals. Unless Amy Hall can save it. She's moving around a little bit on the line here, trying to battle for it. Throw Edwards off. Saved by Amy Hall. And the rebound will immediately spew out, and the Wanderers have a chance to go the other way. And Caristale preventing the counter-attack. It's a beautiful save there by Amy Hall. Guessed the right way and stopped Siobhan Edwards from adding to her goal tally. Costa goes to Hall. Siobhan Edwards trying to throw off the defensive line there of the Wanderers. Not able to do so. Not able to do so. And the Wanderers now looking to go back in the other way. They will be temporarily halted by the ball going out of play. There's Bradshaw looking for teammates. Trying to advance to Kush LaRue, who'll win a foul. Barton. To Costa, then Kashaba by way of Amy Hall, I should say. As Caristal giving away a foul there on Frida Carabarris. And that looked dangerously close to contact with the head. Annabella Keep. That's the ball. Goes short here to Danica Matos, who tries to play that through for Christopherson. And Vanderlaan has to be careful here. We'll go out for a throw. Mackenzie. Siobhan Edwards trying to get away from the Wanderers defense here. Not able to. Christopherson will chase down her own intercept. Goes across, blocked by Barton to the near post. Here's Kashaba. Goes to Zamaya. Has to try and find a way around Danica Matos. And does so, but turns it over in the process to Alex McKenzie, who goes short to Poppy Hooks. A 4-3-3 in defense set up for the Wanderers. As Christopherson gets there first, gets a pass away, but no teammate able to run onto it. Zamaya, Vanderlaan now able to find a way through to Kush LaRue, who strayed into an offside position. And the flag goes up on the near side, on the far side. In the 41st minute of play. Stingrays still chasing the game. Siobhan Edwards was denied by Amy Hall. An unsuccessful penalty attempt there from the Stingray striker, who has now moved into her more natural position up top after starting the game almost, I should say, sort of like in a 10 sort of role. As Barton blocks the cross into the middle. It'll be cleared out there by Amelia Bennett for a throw-in. Will be Annabella Keith to throw it in. Throw comes in. It's going to be headed away by Kush LaRue. Keep crossing it in. It's allowed to bounce past everyone. Hall traps the ball and waits for Christopherson to get close before picking the ball up. Thought about taking on the speedster in Christopherson and opts better of it in terms of trying to get a quick restart underway. Come out here to Zamaya. Zamaya looking for a way into the middle around Matos. Goes to Alvina Kashaba. Kashaba crossing it in. Cleared away by Hooks. Christopherson puts it down the line, trying to find a way there past. Frida Carabaris. And Christopherson will give away the free kick. It's Barton. Keep. Carastal gets it to Christopherson, who has her immediate path forward blocked. Has to try and go through Alvina Kashaba. Will win a throw for her side. Here's Carastal. And it'll just go through to Hall, who goes on the long throw to find Kush LaRue. Looking for options. Puts it into space, which is quickly closed down by Poppy Hooks. There's Caitlin Cooper wearing the captain's armband tonight with Chloe Middleton not in the matchday squad. For Matilda. Here's Caitlin Cooper, has been plying her trade for the Stingrays for quite some time. As Amy Hall just waits for Siobhan Edwards to come in before picking it up, and teetering dangerously close there to the edge of the 18-yard box was Hall. As Christopherson trying to run onto that, but Hall gets there first. Here's Bradshaw. Looking for the run of Vanderlaan. Poppy Hooks getting there first. Here's Amy Barker. Comes out here. All alone in space is Miriam Zamaya, who I give her the benefit of the doubt there and say she was trying to cross it and just absolutely shanked the cross. Here's Cooper. As Stingrays run onto that one down the far side. Cross comes in. And that's going to be a goal kick. Carastal not quite able to find Christopherson with that cross. As it's a stoppage time here, about 30 seconds of the first half stoppage time has elapsed already. No real stoppages in the first half besides the goal. Stingrays running out of time if they want to try and equalise before half time, and going backwards certainly won't help them. Cooper. Mr. Poppy Hooks. Well, the referee hasn't glanced at the watch yet. Now she does. So it looks like it might be a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time here, opposed to the normal customary minute you get at the end of the first half. Wanderers get another throw. Referee takes another glance at the watch. Throw comes in. Vanderlaan isn't able to keep it in play. Throw comes in. Carastal will have the last action of the first half, running on to that throw in Half time here at Wanderers Football Park in this round 16 NPL Women's New South Wales match-up. Alvina Kashaba's goal separates the two sides at the end of the first 45. That goal in the 10th minute. Siobhan Edwards did have a penalty saved. And Ava DaCosta, yellow card in the 26th minute. The only other notes on the referee's scorebook after the first half of play. Join us back here in about 14 minutes for the second half. Alright, good afternoon everyone and welcome back here to the second half of this round 16 NPL Women's New South Wales matchup. It's Pauletti on the call here with you as the home side, the Western Sydney Wanderers, hold a 1-0 lead over the visiting Illawarra Stingrays. And the Wanderers certainly taking advantage of one of their lone opportunities in the first half with Alvina Kashaba delivering a free kick in off the underside of the crossbar in the 10th minute of play. David Acosta picked up the lone yellow card in the first half in the 26th minute. Well, the Illawarra Stingrays, Siobhan Edwards had a penalty saved by Amy Hall. As the third place Illawarra Stingrays, who came into the weekend in second place, but the draw between NWS Spirit and Sydney Uni yesterday saw Spirit climb up into second place temporarily. And if the Stingrays want to get back into second place, they'll need at least a draw, if not an outright win, pending other results as well. They crowded top of the table as we start getting closer and closer to the business end of the season in the NPL Women's New South Wales competition. A loss here would mean back-to-back losses for the Stingrays, as they are coming off the back of a 4-0 loss last week to Mount Druitt in what was then a top-of-the-table clash. The Illawarra Stingrays coming into the game in first place on goal difference. Just waiting for the referee to restart play. The two sides have swapped in, so it'll be the Illawarra Stingrays running from right to left in your second half in their two-tone pink jersey with white trim, blue shorts and white socks. For the Western Sydney Wanderers, it is the predominantly red jersey with black hoops, black shorts and red socks. As we're now underway here for the second half. There's Annabella Keep to Alexia Carastal to Brooklyn Hudson. Plays it in looking for Siobhan Edwards. Edwards trying to find a way closer to goal. Has to spin and turn and will go back out towards the corner. Now she gets the cross in. That's going to take a wicked deflection. Hall bounces onto that one. Almost loses possession of it, but manages to regain it before it goes out for a corner. So Wanderers keeping possession here. It looks like Talia Eunice has come onto the field at half-time for the Western Sydney Wanderers in jersey number 19. There's Kashaba. Goes to Olivia Vanderline. It also appears as though Lauren Nader has made her way onto the field as well at half-time for the Western Sydney Wanderers. It looks like just the two substitutes for the home side. Looks like Amelia Bennett's one of the players who's made her way from the field. There's Barton. Stops that ball from going further forward. Here's Talia Eunice. It's a tough task to try and get around Alexia Carastal. Out to Kashapa on the left. There's McKenzie. Not able to keep that one in play. And I believe Ava Acosta is the other substitute who's made way from the field at half-time. So no player on the field currently on a yellow card. It's going to be a corner for the Wanderers. The Stingrays appear to be as their starting lineup indicated, so no half-time substitutions for the visitors. As the corner's whipped in here. Kashaba looking for a double, finds it blocked. As Bradshaw look to move it in, and we'll now see Carabaris go out to the far side looking for Talia Yunus, who whips this one in. Punched away by Bree Edwards. The axe handle punch. Here's Siobhan Edwards, who's trying to find a way around Charlotte Bradshaw. Cuts back in on the inside onto the right foot. Has to go a little bit further. Siobhan Edwards not quite able to bring it down into the top right corner. Hall. Sent it long. Vanderlaan looking to run onto this one, but Poppy Hooks is there first. Here's Bree Edwards. A no-nonsense clearance from the New Zealand international. Danica Matos. It in. He plays A-League Women football here for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Comes up against the academy side today as Hall almost bobbles it. Gets the pass away. Here's Charlotte Bradshaw looking to run onto it here. Here's Kush LaRue. We'll roll through to Bree Edwards. Here's Kush LaRue trying to find a way around Poppy Hooks. And Kush LaRue giving away the foul. I'm sure the Wanderers' right winger will rue that decision. As they look to extend their lead. But will be the Stingrays who might get the next opportunity to do so. As Bradshaw and Christopherson battling for the ball. And this time it's Sophia Christopherson giving away the foul. She's claiming her shirt was pulled as well by Bradshaw, but the referee saw it the other way. Bradshaw goes to Amy Hall. Goes to Chelsea Barton across the face of goal. Now onto the far side there to Alvina Kashaba. Passing it in there to Frida Karabassis. We'll win a foul there from Alexia Karastal. Headed away by Danica Matos. Vanderlaan trying to get that one away, but isn't able to do so. Alex McKenzie will pass it to Poppy Hooks, who tries to find Sophia Christopherson. It'll be headed up by Charlotte Bradshaw, and Christopherson will bring it down. Annabella Keith getting a touch on the way through to Hooks. Goes to McKenzie. Karastal under pressure here, wins a foul. There's going to be Alex McKenzie to get play back underway here. And the referee's the judge there to have been a high boot. No, it looks like, yes, no, definitely a high boot. As Bradshaw comes out here to Lauren Nader. Bree Edwards will keep that one in. Hooks. Talia Eunice, the base of midfield, picking that one up. There's Kashaba. Gets the cross in. We head it up. Kush LaRue straight into the arms of Bree Edwards. Keep going for a little bit of an adventure. She hasn't been shut down yet. And not quite able to get the pass away to a teammate. Although Cara Stahl wins it back. Siobhan Edwards, Christopherson trying to find a way in. Gets the cross away. It'll be stopped by Chelsea Barton. So Talia Eunice. Kush LaRue will win her side of throw in. Lauren Nader goes to Amy Barker. Go back to Charlotte Bradshaw. Amy Hall. They'll switch flanks. All the Wanderers. Salvina Kashaba will put that one in, looking for the run of Olivia Vanderlaan. Tanika Matos getting there first. Alex McKenzie goes back to Matos. And it will be a Wanderers throw. As the throw comes in. Vanderlaan. Moves to Talia Eunice. Flag goes up against Miriam Zamaya here. She'll be of relief to the visitors. Mackenzie find her pass forward, blocked by Zamaya. Oh, Giles not quite able to bring that one down, and Mackenzie wins it back. She'll go backwards to Poppy Hooks. Caitlin Cooper. Hooks. Mackenzie. Here to Annabella Keeper on the near side, basically right in front of the camera. And that one rockets off the hands of Cara Stahl. Referee allowing for handball as Talia Eunice has the hard work of trying to get around Cara Stahl, who gives away a free kick this time. Taken quickly by Eunice, will go backwards to Barton. Bradshaw. And here to Lauren Nader. Trying to play that in behind for Kush LaRue. That will beat everyone out of play for a goal kick. Throw in for the Wanderers as the Stingrays look like they're getting the substitute ready. Wanderers bench is warming up. The Stingrays players are all sitting down on the bench, bar one player as Tanika Matos clears that one long. Be picked up by Talia Eunice. Coming out here to Lauren Nader on the near side. Push LaRue. Eunice. Nader. Well, actually it was Christopherson who put that one out. Here's Ella Giles. Amy Barker loses the shin pad, so she'll put that one back in with the ball well away from her at the moment. As Giles passing it back to Poppy Hooks. Finds Cara Stahl. Christopherson runs onto it. Eunice. Back to Bradshaw. And Brooklyn Hudson almost getting onto that one. Chelsea Barton passing it away to Avina Kashaba, who passes it on here to Frida Carabarras. She tries to move it forward as Mackenzie finds her pass forward, deflected there by Carabarras. Here's Caitlin Cooper. Siobhan Edwards goes out, and Siobhan Edwards looks to run onto the end of it. In fact, getting there first is the Wanderers, and that's gone out for a corner. As Lauren Nader not quite able to close that one down. Tanika Matos just heads to the bench to get some instructions. And we're going to have a substitute here. It's very rare that you see sides make substitutes at set pieces. But Brooklyn Hudson is making way from the field here in the 61st minute. And she is being replaced. Can't see by who. When that player turns around, I'll tell you exactly who it is. But for now, it is a mystery player. As the corner is delivered, looping to the far post by Cara Stahl, headed back in, brought down by Sophia Christopherson, and we're level here at the Wanderers Football Park. It is the Illawarra Stingrays 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 1, and the visitors hitting back in the 61st minute through Sophia Christopherson. And that is a well-deserved goal by the visitors. And we'll see it scores level here as they continue this second half. Barker goes to Rue. Not able to keep it in play. I can tell you that the player who replaced Brooklyn Hudson is number 14, Sienna Zaveska. So both of the players in this Stingray squad who play their trade for the Western Sydney Wanderers in the A-League Women on the field, in Danica Matos in jersey number 11, who started the game, and Sienna Zaveska entering play in the 14th minute, who had quite a season for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Her second season in the red and black, after returning, those 2 years were bookending a 1 year stint on the other side of town for the sky blue of Sydney FC. As Danica Matos crossing that one in, it's going to be blocked and cleared away by the Wanderers. So Alaska only having a handful of starts between her first year at the Wanderers and her second year, and then her year at Sydney FC before coming back to the Wanderers, where she took a much more focal point in the Wanderers squad. To quite some success on the score sheet, and she'll be hoping to do the same here today as Annabella Keith puts that in for Christopherson, and Amy Hall diving for that one, but it goes wide of the far post from Sophia Christopherson. There's Amy Hall. Goes to Lauren Nader, who has to go back onto that one after it just bobbled over her feet. Is Kush LaRue, who's not able to get away from Annabella Keep. Siobhan Edwards, not able to control the first touch there. We'll see Charlotte Bradshaw go to Alvina Kashava. Onto the far side there. The Wanderers. Caristal gives away the throw in, and referee just having a couple of words there with one of the Stingrays players. There's that one. We'll see Kush LaRue run onto it, not quite able to clear it was Poppy Hooks. Kush LaRue crossing it in, will be cleared away. Caitlin Cooper will not be able to move that ball any further forward. As Talia Eunice comes out here to Kush LaRue. Let's try and find a way around. Keep does so this time, isn't it? Well, actually, Root does keep it in play. Talia Eunice goes down. Referee says no. Here's the goal scorer for the Stingrays, Sophia Christopherson. Not able to get around Lauren Nader. And Nader goes to Amy Barker. Talia Eunice goes back to Charlotte Bradshaw. Here's Kishaba. Gets the cross away. And we headed out for a corner by Poppy Hooks. Is going to be Talia Eunice to deliver the set piece. Will go over the head of everyone, and it won't be able to be kept in by the Wanderers. So the throw comes in. Giles goes to Cooper, goes to Mackenzie, with Olivia Vanderlaan closing in, forcing the quick passing, and indeed for the Stingrays to go further right. Vanderlaan on the ball now. She tries to get it away to Miriam Zamaya. Poppy Hooks, some of the clearance out of play. So there'll be a Wanderers throw there right next to the bench of the home side. As the throw comes in, here's Talia Eunice. Ella Giles goes to Siobhan Edwards, who tries a quick flick onto Cara Stahl. Poppy Hooks calling for the ball from Caitlin Cooper. There's Mackenzie. Goes out to Matos. Kept in by Carastal. No, not kept in by Carastal. And Stingrays give away the throw. Just on the halfway line, or just short of the halfway line. By the time the throw is taken, I imagine it will be at the halfway line, and indeed it is. So it's going to be a Wanderers throw again, despite protests there from Danica Matos. Now it will be the Stingrays throw. Battle for the ball. And Afena Kashaba not taking any chances there with Sophia Christopherson in the vicinity. Here's Olivia Vanderlaan, who goes forward to Talia Yunus, who goes out to Miriam Zamaya. Her teammates trying to provide options in the middle. Although the ball is won back by the Stingrays. It won't quite reach Sophia Christopherson. As the throw comes in, here's Barton. Hall. Kushlaroo. Goes into Talia Yunus, who sees Lauren Nader, who's making a run, but Annabelle Keep puts on the afterburners there to get back in front of the Wanderers right back, who's temporarily swapped places with Kushlaroo. And Rue and Nader will now swap back as that one is sent long by the Stingrays. Sophia Christopherson running onto it here. Gets the cross in. We stopped. Christopherson looking to put it back. Won't get, Siobhan Edwards won't get there in time. Instructions coming from the Stingrays bench. Clearly not happy with something. As Matos throws it in. Cooper gets it away to Silveska. Back on to Caitlin Cooper. Cooper, as Carastal takes a slip here. On the turf, we are playing on the grass field here at Wanderers Football Park. And anyone who knows anything about grass pitches in Sydney, particularly if you watch one of the other sports, will constantly hear the grass pitches referred to as dewy once it gets to this time of the year and this time of the evening. Usually sees players slipping and sliding as well as the ball. Although, of course, this one played with the ball along the ground and not through the air. Silveska gives away a foul there and might find her way into the referee's book for her troubles. Well, she's just going to get a talking to, as is a member of the Stingrays bench. Substitution now for the Western Sydney Wanderers as Kushlaroo finds her afternoon over. So that's the third sub of the game for the home side, with their first of the second half, with the double substitution coming at half time. As we are in the 73rd minute of play. So for now, Miriam Zamaya coming over here to the right wing instead of the left wing. As Annika Sajic has made her way onto the field. Looks like Olivia Vanderlaan has shifted out to the left, so shake up to the front three with Kuchleru's substitution. We'll see Miriam Zamaya on the right, Annika Stajic through the middle, and Olivia Vanderlaan on the left. There's Kara Stahl. Puts that one out. And Lauren Nader not able to keep that one in play. Receiving the pass back there from Amy Barker. Here's McKenzie. Looks to be getting it out to Janika Matos, who's going to keep that one in play. Playing that through, looking for Caitlin Cooper, who'll run onto the ball, gets the cross in. Blocked by Chelsea Barton. Here's Ella Giles. She lines up from distance. Barker gets in the way, and the deflection will roll through to Amy Hall. Takes her time before getting play back underway. Lines it up to go long. Giles heads it to Annabella Keep. Loses possession there to Miriam Zamaya. Edwards says, that's mine, and gets it to Keep. Edwards now has to try to get back into goal. She wasn't fast enough, and now she's back. That little hold up and play there by the Stingrays. Giving Edwards time to get back. As Annabella Keep looking for a teammate to run onto the ball. It's just allowed to bounce between everyone. No one wanted it. It was almost like it was hot potato. Everyone was waiting for it to cool down. As Kashaba goes to Vanderlaan. And Cooper looking for Silvesca. Although Christopherson trying to get there. Hall gets there first. The two players collide. Amy Hall back to her feet. Just struggling for the moment to get back into position. And looks as though she's shaken off the effects of that impact. But going back the other way are the Wanderers. And straight into the arms of Bree Edwards was the shot there from Carabassis. Edwards sends that one long into the air and finds her sister. Didn't find her sister Siobhan. Siobhan now trying to run onto it. My apologies. Was Cara Stahl. Annabella Keep gets it to Cara Stahl. Cara Stahl tried to line up the shot. Caitlin Cooper going from distance into the fencing behind the goal. As Lauren Nader completely misjudges the restart there from Amy Hall and just allowed to bounce out for a throw-in. Siobhan Edwards in a battle there with Charlotte Bradshaw. Silvesca tried to win the ball. Ella Giles gets the shot away. And Amy Hall diving to the left. Or diving to her left as it went out of play for a goal kick. And I'll tell you what, if Charlotte Bradshaw is willing to go into challenges like that and come off on top, she certainly doesn't need any help from the APA, that's for sure. As Hall taking full advantage of the referee's discretion for getting play back underway. Here's Danica Matos. Christopherson trying to run onto that one, but Hall's going to get there first. Here's Van der Laan. Pass forward intercepted by McKenzie. Cooper brings it down, goes backwards to Danica Matos. Poppy Hooks. Goes to McKenzie. Back to Hooks. A couple more Stingrays starting to warm up next to the bench. So a couple of substitutions might be imminent for the visitors. Will want to go on with the job here in the second half after drawing level from a 1-0 half-time deficit. As Olivia Van der Laan goes to the goal scorer for the Wanderers, Alvina Kashaba. Pass coming out to Lauren Nader. Miriam Zamaya tries to find Frida Carabasses. Free Edwards will roll on to that one as the Stingrays players return to the bench, so maybe that substitution not as imminent as it might have appeared. Good forward by Cooper onto Siobhan Edwards. Tries to get it out to Alexia Carastal, who allows it to bounce, gets around Barker, and Alexia Carastal will go into the book here in the 80th minute of play. Of course, Carastal and Amy Barker both spending time overseas recently as part of the Australian women's national futsal team at the AFC Women's Futsal Asian Cup in China. It just goes to show that regardless of whether your teammates in one team, it doesn't mean that you won't go for the push and shove and argy-bargy when you're wearing when you're wearing different jerseys. There's Chelsea Barton. Goes backwards to Charlotte Bradshaw. Talia Yunus. Comes out here to Miriam Zamaya, who plays that back through, looking for Talia Yunus, but Poppy Hooks is going to get there first and try to guide that one out of play. In fact, it won't matter because Hooks has won a free kick for her side. And the Wanderers getting ready to make substitution number 4. And it will be Frida Carabaris making way from the field here in the 82nd minute of play. So that's the 4th substitution for the Western Sydney Wanderers. They do have one left, and now we're going to get a double substitution for the Stingrays. It's Ella Giles and Sophia Christopherson making way from the field. Try to tell you who's come on for these sides in a moment. Of course, the benches are on the other side of the field, so we don't. Siobhan Edwards wins a foul, so we don't necessarily get to see with immediate impact as to who has come on. So for the Wanderers, it's number 34, Talia Voskanian. Tara Cannon in jersey number 2. For Stingrays is one of the substitutions. Savaska putting that one through for Siobhan Edwards, who wasn't able to bring it down. And Kayla Austin is in jersey number 13 is the other substitution for the Illawarra Stingrays. As that pass forward took a deflection through Cara Stahl. Amy Hall. It's ready to get us back underway and has certainly been taking her time with some of these restarts. She goes a little bit quicker this time. As we enter the final 7 minutes before we hit stoppage time. Olivia Vanderlaan not quite able to get there. And roll right through to Brianna Edwards. And goals for the Stingrays in jersey number 1. Talia Yunus on the ball. Gets a pass in for Zamaya. Will fall out here. Shot from Voskanian blocked. Parker brings it down. Voskanian gets it back to Lauren Nader. Kayla Austin gets a touch on it, which we'll have to see Lauren Nader come back out to reset. Siobhan Edwards not quite able to get there. And Miriam Zamaya will win a foul. Given away there by Annabella Keep. Just being told to wait for the whistle. And Alvina Kashaba will come across to take it. She's already scored 1 this evening from a free kick. This one a little bit further out. But having put it in off the underside of the crossbar already, she could certainly consider aiming for that. 3 in the wall for the Stingrays. So she's going to try to put it onto the head of a teammate. Headed away to Cara Stahl, who tries to find Kayla Austin and does so. Austin back to Cara Stahl. Siobhan Edwards calling for it. Gets a touch. Siobhan Edwards has to try and get away from Talia Eunice Edwards. Going short to Sylvester. Will be kept by Stingrays through Cara Stahl. Going out to Mackenzie. Has to try and get away from Amy Barker. Does so. Mackenzie going in for Caitlin Cooper. Not able to keep possession. Stingrays win the ball back. And Barton will just allow that one to roll out for a goal kick. Let's set up for a photo finish here at the Wanderers Football Park. And the Wanderers will go to the bench for one final time as Olivia Vanderlaan makes way from the field in jersey number 21 to be replaced by number 27, Krista Oliver. And now back underway. Ball to Barton, to Kashaba. Annika Stajic not able to find a teammate. Here's Kashaba. Be blocked by Mackenzie, who puts it out of play. And the Wanderers will stay on the attack here, and they're looking to do so quickly here through Talia Voskanian. Stajic not able to get it to Barker. Cara Stahl trying to find Edwards. Out by Barton. No, it's been put out by Siobhan Edwards. Says the assistant. Here's Bradshaw. Nader. Go all the way back to Hall, who has to come out to meet it because it did go quite slowly. Here's Oliver. Turning it over to Cara Stahl. Caitlin Cooper. Looking to run onto that is... Can't quite see who that is out there. The cross comes in. Siobhan Edwards looks to bring it down. Siobhan Edwards onto the left foot. Turns, shoots over the crossbar. Siobhan Edwards. And could that have been the moment, the last moment of the game for the Stingrays to try to claim all 3 points? Definitely feels like we're getting into next goal wins territory. Siobhan Edwards passing it off there to Sylvester. Kayla Roston not quite able to get there first. Allows the Wanderers a chance to get out of their own end here through Miriam Zamaya. Cuts back in on the inside, trying to find Amy Barker. Here's Annika Stajic. Back to Miriam Zamaya. Stajic on the left foot. Has to go back to... Oh, actually, it goes back. And now the Wanderers going forward. Here's Amy Barker. Spins, turns, shoots. Diving save by Bree Edwards to keep it level. What a save by the football fern, Bree Edwards. And the Stingrays might indeed be able to hold out here with a save like that. Corner taken quickly. As the shot comes in, will just slice through everyone who was lined up inside the 18-yard box. Bree Edwards has gone to chase that ball awfully quickly, so the Stingrays certainly smell blood in the water here. If they can get things going quickly, they back themselves to get all 3 points here. No thoughts of time wasting at all from the visitors, as Bree Edwards finds her pass intercepted by Oliver. Stajic brings it down, going out to Volcanian. Oliver crossing it in, cleared away by Hooks. Oliver looking for the quick throw. So Talia Volcanian. And Stingrays get the ball back. Going long with the pass. Charlotte Bradshaw there having to be careful. Tanika Matos intercepts the pass. Caitlin Cooper gets it out to Sylvester, who sends it long, hoping that a teammate was getting ready to run onto it. The answer was they weren't, so the Wanderers get the ball back. We're in stoppage time now. As Matos stops Oliver from getting to the ball. McKenzie sends it long. Sylvester heads it to Siobhan Edwards, who gets it away to Annabella Keep, who taps it backwards to Poppy Hooks. It'll take a detour on the way back to Keep, and that one will go out off of Talia Eunice. Annabella Keep looking for the quick throw. Goes to Kayla Austin, who brings it down. Austin tries to get it back out to Keep. It's just going to roll over the line before Keep can get there, and we are set up for a photo finish here. Both sides playing like a draw is not the option here, and that they can get all 3 points. As Barker brings it down out to Zamaya. Here's Annabella Keep. Barker. Sylvester. Nader. Goes to Volcanian. Austin. Sylvester, Edwards. It's going to be kept in by Tanika Matos into the attacking half. Here's Kayla Austin. And the flag is up for offside. And Amy Hall will come out to take the free kick. Just slightly readjust where she wants the ball. She gets ready to drill it long. Headed away by Poppy Hooks. There's Nader. Headed up by Kayla Austin. And Siobhan Edwards tries to win the ball away from Charlotte Bradshaw, isn't able to do so. But Cara Stahl will. Edwards goes out to Tara Cannon. Cara Stahl looking to play that back through for Tara Cannon, who has to try and get around Talia Volcanian. Does so. Tara Cannon crossing it into the middle. Cleared away by Bradshaw. And the Wanderers get it out of danger. Mackenzie keeps it in. The attacking half, but it won't matter because that is full time, the final action of play. And the Wanderers and Stingrays share the spoils here at the Wanderers Football Park in this round 16 matchup. Alvina Kashava opened the scoring in the 10th minute, with Sophia Christopherson levelling it in the 61st minute. Missed penalty from Siobhan Edwards in the first half as well. A couple of yellow cards with Alexia Carastal in the 80th minute and Ava DaCosta in the 26th minute going into the book. As Stingrays will move to 30 points on the ladder and will stay inside the top 4 for now. Got those final spots heating up as we're getting closer and closer to the business end of the season. The Wanderers will move to 18 points and edging further and further away from the relegation spot. As a sign off here from Wanderers Football Park full time sees the Western Sydney Wanderers drawing 1-1 with the Illawarra Stingrays. It's Paletti signing off here, and enjoy the rest of your evening.